Hey guys, this is Strider Prime. I interrupt our regularly scheduled build of my 00 Diver Ace Trans Am build to discuss an important announcement that just recently was announced today, and I'm a bit taken back at this. I thought last year's announcement of Ready Player One and showing off the RX-78-2 as, you know, as the robot that we never thought we would see in the silver screen was going to be the highlight of everything. I said, oh, this is great, it's coming out, fine, it's nice, it's mainstream, people will talk about it. And I know that it just came and went, and Ready Player One is a great movie. It is a great movie. I'm not going to deny it. Many people may not think it's their cup of tea, but still, it's a great movie, and I like it for what it's worth. Sure, it took a long time to see the RX-78-2, but it was well worth it. And I know many people were asking me what was my expectations, and I have to say it was great, very great. But nothing was kind of prepared. I wasn't prepared for this day or this announcement. It was like, you know, okay, we're getting this week starts Anime Expo, which is happening in, I believe, Los Angeles. Or maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. And they're doing some coverages and things like that. And the Sunrise was doing their presentation. And all of a sudden, they show off this spiraling type of rocket or comet or whatever that looks like it's going around the Earth and burning through the atmosphere, and then it says that it's the co-production of the live-action. The co-production has begun for the live-action Gundam film. A live-action Gundam film. I'm gonna say right here, right now, I am surprised, but I am not so surprised. Or maybe I wasn't even prepared for this. Granted, you know, seeing the RX-72 and other Gundam materials, because for those who don't know, Pacific Rim Uprising had the statue of the Unicorn Gundam, and it was shown twice, including the banner for Anaheim, or you know, the facility for Anaheim. But for now, a live-action movie of the RX-78-2, that's a bit of a shock. I'm kind of a little bit of taken back here, because I'm saying to myself, that's a big shoe to fill. And for those of us Gundam fans who originally watched the original animated series and all of its content, you think you're going to fit all that in a maybe 2.5 hour film? Let me just read this here. This is an expert coming out of Anime News Network. Sunrise President and CEO Yasuo Miyakawa announced at Sunrise Anime Expo panel on Thursday that Sunrise is collaborating with Legendary Pictures on the live-action Gundam film. The panel shared a teaser video and then noted that co-production has begun, and both Legendary and Sunrise are collaborating on the scenario. Legendary Executive Vice President and Productions Cal Boiter, which we're going to be listening to his, we're looking at his work on this, and Bandai's Namco Holding President and Representative Director Mitsuaki Taguchi, hopefully I pronounced that right, appeared at this event. Anime News Network is showing the teaser picture that you're seeing right here, and Gundam Info on YouTube has shown the video. This news outlet is going all over the place. YouTube is obviously talking about it. Facebook is going to be going ballistic with this. I go to a website called comingsoon.net, and that's not only one of the articles, but it's also plastered on the main page itself. And there's more info here that I'm reading off of Gundam coming soon.net. Maybe just follow through. The series is set in the Universal Series, in the era in which humanity's growing population has led people to immigrate to space colonies. Eventually, people living in the colonies seek their autonomy and launch a war of independence against the people living on Earth. Though the tragedies and discords arising from this human conflict, not only the maturations of the main character, but also the intentions of enemies and the surrounding peoples are sensitively depicted. The battles in the story, in which the characters pilot robots in his mobile suit, are widely popular. Legendary, of course, is no stranger for making explosive franchise. They want to do the big screen follow-up work of Jurassic World, and okay, there's other nonsense here. Legendary is going to be busy now because they're going to be releasing Godzilla King of the Monsters, which I hope maybe we'll see a trailer for that for next year, and then Godzilla vs. Kong in 2020. But to throw this in the mix, that is another story. I'm not saying I am not digging it. I'm just more worried about where we're going with this. Understandably, the original Gundam movie, live-action movie that came out directly for VHS and maybe home video, which was known as G-Savior, was our only entry of live-action film in the Gundam universe. Not, of course, well received, but unfortunately we have it. This is going to be interesting because they're going to focus on the One-Year War, or the Universal Century, and since there's so much content, how are they going to, how are they going to get into this? I'm now contemplating of watching the original RX-72 series, the Mobile Suit Gundam series, because they may do, if they always think about that. Oh, we're going to make a 3-part movie, and they may decide to do something like, oh God, like do the compilation movies like they did a long time ago. There is like 3 compilation movies that you can watch the entire series without watching all the filler. That'll be interesting to see if they can do that. But the last time somebody tried to do something like that, the movie bombed. Wink, wink. Last Airbenders, nudge, nudge. Plus, I don't know if we're going to be comfortable hearing some guy called Amuro and another guy called Char, Anzabal. It's how can we digest that here in the United States? We can because we're fans of it, but how does the layman person won't digest this? I don't know. I guess I'm being negative, and I'm sorry for, I just am a bit confused, worried. But I shouldn't be, because Legendary has been having a good track record with their movies for a long time, and with a Gundam series, if they're able to do it right and perfect, any studio could have jumped on it, Universal's or Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer or Paramount or 20th Century Fox. Sony could have grabbed it. Hell, even Disney could have thrown their hat in the ring on this. Legendary, I'm not saying they're doing a bad job, but I think that's a big shoe to fill. Not only for everybody in the world who are not Gundam fans, but us Gundam fans as well. So I'm going to watch this, and we're going to discuss it, of course, as the months follow. We do not have an ETA or a time frame of when this will happen. Obviously, this news is fresh, and maybe more news will come down the road. Maybe they'll touch this topic. I mean, I don't know if they're going to continue on talking about this at Anime Expo. Maybe it will be talked about at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, and of course New York Comic-Con. So these are things that I'm going to closely monitor and discuss, and I would like to hear your opinions as well. What do you think? Are you guys, I'm going to say this, are you excited for a Gundam series? Are you ready for a Gundam series? And do you have any questions about it? That what do you think we will get out of this? So let me get back to building, and we'll talk about this in future videos. So we're getting a Gundam movie.